So what's up, guys? This is vlog number 10, and today I have a special guest here with me. Is my brother in Christ, Jerrison, the one that introduced me to Herbalife, that got me on this nutrition kick to give my body the best nutrition that it can possibly get.
Yes, yes. Thank you for that intro. What's up, guys? I'm Jerrison Basemore from Detroit, Michigan. Met Roderick, man. We hit it off the night I met him. I actually talked to him over the phone through a mutual friend, and ever since that night, I just knew that this guy was going to not just reach but exceed his goals. And it took like 8 months for us to actually get him started. You know, a lot of things were going on in his life. Adoption, it didn't go through. I watched him persevere through the whole thing, and just supported him through it. And we got started on this program, and man, he's killing it. He's taking it on like a beast and just rocking it out. He's already down, what, 20 pounds in less than a month. So I'm just inspired and encouraged by his journey, and I'm thankful to be here.
And I just want to like kind of piggyback on what he said. Was when we met, it was kind of like we had a lot of things in common. One thing that I talked to you guys about in the very beginning is that I struggled with confidence, with weight loss for years, and I never really had an issue with losing weight. I always had the issue of keeping the weight off. So with me being able to accept the facts of me struggling to keep the weight off, dealing with everyday life, because was kind of like the battle that was causing me to gain the weight. So dealing with responsibility changes, time changes, and just situations that was occurring in my life. Being a binge eater, I never told you guys I was a sleep eater, you know what I'm saying? Being someone who wakes up in the middle of the night surrounded by Oreo crumbs and having Little Debbie wrappers in the pocket from last week. Like, these are the kind of issues that I suffer from just because of habit. So when I met Jerrison, I kind of told him about the situation, basically showing him videos and other documentations of my previous journeys. And, when he saw that, he was like, man, like, I see, what you're capable of. And this product right here is going to take you to the next level. It's going to give you more nutrition and it's going to make it easier. And the first thing I did was I made an excuse. I said, you know what, I don't know if that's going to be something that's going to be sustainable for me. I don't know if that can be a long-term thing. And, that was just the first instant that I thought of to kind of steer away from it, just because of maybe, the thought of doing something like Herbalife, just because I've never had I'm saying, I've never been on a program like that. I always was like, okay, I'm gonna do a diet where it's low carb, or I'm not gonna drink pop, and I'm gonna cut out the sugars, the starch, and all those things. So being able to get around that hurdle and say, you know what, I've tried this, it didn't work. Tried that, it didn't work. If I really want the results, and this is what he's offering, I'm gonna take him up on it. And just to tell you about his character is, it was a day that I told him he had texted me like, hey, bro, what's going on? And I was like, man, I need some help. And when I texted him that one day, he was like, hey, man, I'm in the area, I'm gonna stop by. He literally, I wasn't home yet. He literally stayed in the area for about 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours for me to get home, and came and brought a sample kit. And it was the fact that he literally could have went home, because he doesn't live near me, and just was like, whatever, I'll see him another day. He literally waited and came, and him and Kate, his wife, came and brought the sample kit. And that was like that moment when I was like, he came out of this, this his way to do this. So I took it. And when I took it, I was like, this is something that I can actually do, because I love shakes. I used to drink a lot of Checker shakes, McDonald's shakes, and all those other shakes. So this could actually work for me, And the more I thought about it, I got more excited, more motivated along the way. So here we are. Um, so just to kind of bring you guys up to speed, vlog number 9, I posted some results, and I have gotten a lot of feedback from it. A lot of people are like, what are you doing? Because it's kind of crazy, because I didn't see the results until I was editing the video. I just was like, okay, it's been about 2.5 weeks, going 3 weeks, and that's when I saw the results. Um, And sometimes you kind of feel like after a hard work week of working out, constant eating right, you feel like you're supposed to see 30 pounds gone
Yeah,
at the end of the week.
yeah.
A lot of people just feel like
We want that instant gratification.
I need it. Like, wait a minute. Like, you telling me I only lost a half a pound or a pound or 2 pounds? Like, and I had to kind of get out of the habit because the scale can be discouraging if you can't handle the reality of the portion of your muscles growing and you're gonna gain muscle, which may not show the weight that you actually lost on the
Yes,
scale.
yes.
And if you're not courageous, if you can't deal with that right now, you're very in a sensitive state, I would say do not weigh yourself all the time. Like, give your body some time to really adapt and, adjust to the weight change and everything because you're going to lose water weight. That's the first thing that I started to lose was the water weight. So what do you have to say about the product when you first started, Herbalife? You're like, what was the motivation that you was like, I need to do Herbalife? Was it a desire to have a better, body, or was it something that you got into on the business side first and then wanted to run with it?
Um, I kind of jumped both. I jumped in both right from the start. A lot of people, they get on the products first, then they get results, and then people start noticing, so they start helping those people. But for me, it was like I wanted what I saw other people had. I was in a place in my life, I was really depressed. I didn't understand it at the time, but I was really depressed and I just wanted change so bad that I was willing to do whatever it took. And I found this group of people who were really showing up powerful in life, and they were athletes, so they had the physiques that I wanted, and they were popping out muscles and abs and six packs. So I'm like, man, I want that. And it was because of the products that they were taking, because they were football players before and they didn't have those type of results. But once they incorporated the Herbalife nutrition, they got those type of results. And so I saw that and I wanted it. So I called my coach, actually. Like, she didn't have to track me down. I said, yo, put me down with this Herbalife stuff. I want it. I need it. I got started 2.5 months into my program. I gained 18 pounds of lean muscle, cut my body fat percentage in half, believe it or not. And it's just been an uphill journey ever since then, and I like it, man. The business aspect came into play. People are like, "What are you doing?" It took me 3 months to get my first client. Shout out to Joe P. Because I was coming out of a place of like, man, I was dealing drugs. I was on the streets. I was a basketball player on the side, doing all of those things. So when people really saw me like entering into the health and fitness realm, they didn't really receive it from me. They're like this just something you're trying. But no, I was in a place, in a state of mind, and a place spiritually where I was ready to change my whole life. And so Herbalife was really just there at the right time. So I just picked it up, and I'm going. I'm just going.
And that's one of those things, like when God is giving you direction and he's leading you to something that's going to take you to the next level and elevate you. And like that's kind of like the reason, before I was doing it for other reasons, just for a physical appearance and to be able to, go in the store and not have to divert to another section because it's out of my size. So, what I'm saying? Those kind of things. But now it's more so like I feel like that I need to position myself and be physically capable to do the work that God is setting me up to do. Because it's so much I want to do. There's so much I feel like God is telling me to do, but he's telling me to train, to get ready, to prepare
Amen.
because I'm not prepared right now. If I was to do the things that he's asking me to do, I would probably fail because he wants me to condition myself. Being spiritually young, I have to really focus in my word. I have to really focus in the gym, like spiritual and fitness and your body and taking care, it kind of goes all
It goes
together
hand in hand. It does.
because most of the time people that try to lose weight and fail, they're not together in their mind. They haven't figured it out in the mind to be able to build the discipline and the willpower that it takes to actually have success within the end. So for me, I feel like retraining myself, learning how to properly eat because, we all grew up on honey buns, Doritos, and,
Man,
iced teas and, McDonald's and all the unhealthy things that you can think of. I mean, and it's not our parents' fault. I mean, it's kind of like a generation thing. Like it's just passed down from
mhm.
generation to generation. It's all based upon convenience. So it's really it's an honor for me to be able to, tell myself like, okay, you need to reprogram yourself, and that way you can help your children and your future, grandchildren on how to actually eat and other people as well,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
the body is the most important thing. If you know what I'm saying, if you can't operate, if you can't, get up out of the bed and do the things that you supposed to be able to do, the ligaments that you're blessed with, it's kind of going to waste, and you don't want to do that. That's for me. So I was just telling Jerison about the message in church today. The message in church was faith and obedience go hand in hand, and it's kind of like one of those things like um, when you have faith, sometimes your faith is challenged. Sometimes you only need a little bit of faith to get through, and sometimes you face situations in your life, and it can take the wind out of you. You know, and I'm quite sure we all had our trials and our adversity and our challenges,
yeah,
and but sometimes we don't want to be obedient because we feel like everything is working against us. So you either have a choice to have faith and trust in God, or you can go the other route, and work against God, and to be, you know hurting yourself, to be disobedient to God. So for me, I can honestly say that I had my fair share of adversity, and even times when I could have given up, like I literally had to find it in my heart to say, I don't understand this, and I'm probably never going to understand this. But I have faith and I have trust in God that He will see me through wherever He chooses to take me, wherever
amen,
He
amen.
guide me to. It's gonna be in His plan. Even if it's difficult, even if it hurts, it's gonna be in His plan, and He's gonna use it. So that was the message at my church, Harvest Bible Church in Westland. I invite you guys to come and be a part of our family and our congregation. It's one of the most amazing places that I've ever been, that really can show the love of Christ that I've ever experienced. Um, and your church had a really good message. You guys focused on love today, and that's
Yeah,
one of the biggest things, because God is love.
yeah,
And you want to share a little bit about the message today with
yeah.
them?
I'll expound. It was a really good message because we as people we tend to just brush people off, or we tend to harbor these ill feelings towards one another. We tend to think ill thoughts towards one another, when the word clearly says love thinketh no evil. And that's really how the enemy tries to trick us, is with our minds. So if we think thoughts evil towards people long enough, we'll act that way towards them, we'll speak that way towards them,
Yeah,
we'll demonstrate what's really going on in our hearts towards people. So just loving on people, man, just coming together, giving people hugs. I'll give you guys an example, like just to demonstrate what love is. Like in the gym last night, me and Roger were working out. We had an awesome workout together last night.
yeah,
By the way,
it was
we left at
intense.
11:30 and we were like not tired at all. We were just vibing off each other's energy. It was great. But I saw this lady in there. She was working out and she was real heavy set. She was probably 300 plus pounds,
Yeah,
and she was going from machine to machine, but she was kind of slow and sluggish on her walk from machine to machine. But I recognized her faith by the way that she was determined. She was walking to it. She wasn't stopping. She wasn't slowing down. And I just clearly went up
yeah,
to her and I said, I wasn't trying to promote Herbalife or anything. I was just encouraging her. I said, hey, keep going. You're doing a great job. You're going to meet your goal. You're going to do it. You're going to exceed it. And you're going to inspire other people on the way. So when I said that to her, something in her stood up. Her spirit rose up. She said, "Oh, thank you." And by the next workout, she was like, she was cranking it out. So, just loving on people like that, coming from a place of understanding, having a perspective of, I know what it's like to struggle in the gym. I know what it's like to struggle
yeah,
in reaching my goals. Just because I'm not losing weight doesn't mean I don't understand. I remember when I was doing push-ups, I was only doing 5 at a time. And I'm telling you, after the third one, the fourth and the fifth was a super struggle. I mean, like barely pushing it up. So I can understand when somebody's coming from that type of space. And I just simply loved on her the best way I could without being inappropriate, and just to encourage her. And, I just wanted to let her know that she was doing a good job.
And in
Um,
that action though, like, cause like my back was turned. I was like actually on the machine
yeah,
and I
beast mode,
heard it. You know
beast
what I'm
mode.
saying? I literally, I literally heard it, and it resonated in me when he did that. Like I was like, wow. And I didn't see her. I didn't see her at all until I got off the machine to see who he was talking to, and I was like, wow, he probably really made her day. You know what I'm saying? And to actually demonstrate that kindness and that love and that motivation and that encouragement, like she probably didn't even think anyone saw her. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he saw her and gave her that encouragement is probably going to encourage her to come tomorrow and the next day and the
Hmm.
next day and be like, I can do this. Because little do we know, she may have just been on that last leg of, man, why am I here? You know what I'm saying?
Very
You
well
know what I'm
put.
saying? So to be able to get that word of encouragement, she probably needed it. You know what I'm saying? And that's really I think, what we need in our communities these days, especially with everything that's going on in the world, is we need that love, we need that compassion, we need that encouragement. And I'm just so thankful, for our friendship,
Yeah,
and for the other friendships that has came my way in the last few months. And God has a unique way of bringing people together, and like I'm a completely like awe of the people that he has brought into me and Christine's circle, so I'm very thankful for that. Um, and like, guys, I'm just telling you, I'm more in it than I've ever been in it since I've been doing the vlogs. The vlogs is going to continue to come. You guys stay encouraged. If you
yes,
guys have, committed to something during your journey and you fell off, get up, get up.
do it.
Because no matter if you stumble, no matter if you fall, you still have the choice to get back up and to keep progressing to your goal, to your end result that you're fighting for. And you're capable. You're capable. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to keep you guys encouraged. This is vlog number 10, so this is a milestone, like, to actually stay committed with it. So just keep checking for the vlogs to come.
Yeah.
Vlog number 11. And I'm gonna probably have a couple more video clips of me in the gym and a couple more workouts that I'm gonna be doing. Hopefully get to the fit camp one of these days. Cause kind of been like not there. Just because of the Wednesday, man.
No
Y'all
problem.
know my Wednesdays
No
like
problem.
crazy. But one of these days I'm gonna make it there. I'm gonna have a
Uh-huh.
good time and meet some other people and just kind of expand it. Um,
Can I leave
but
the people with something?
yeah, absolutely.
I want to leave you guys with this one thing that I got from service today. This is 3 areas of our love that we're always challenged in, and they go in chronological order. We're challenged in our area of love for God, for others, and ourselves. Okay, so that's chronological order. If you're putting yourself first in your love, you're doing it wrong. God comes first because God so loved us. We love him back. Amen.
Others.
Others, we thinking about others. We're not selfish. And then us. Okay, so those are 3 areas that we're always challenged in our love. And with that knowledge, you can combat it. You can combat it. Just give love.
All right, guys. You guys have it. Vlog number 10. Hold on to this promise.
Peace.